Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing a product review on heavy cutting compounds. Today we're gonna find out which one is the best for cutting straight up oxidation out of your boat. So guys, sit back and relax. Let's dive in right now. So today in front of us we have a 20-foot Galaxy 1985. It has a brown hull, white topside, guys. This one's getting a full restoration plus decal removal. But before we start that, I just want to do a test of which product for heavy cutting is the best to just simply remove oxidation. So if we weren't able to wet sand, I want to see how much oxidation these heavy cut compounds are going to remove, and I want to see which one is the best. So why not find out today which product is the best? So in front of us today we have 3M heavy cut compound. Number 2, we have Presta Super Cut compound. And number 3, we have Starke Level R compound. Now all these compounds are supposed to remove P600 and P800 scratches or finer. So in front of us we also have our wool pads. I have 3 wool pads that we're gonna flop in between so that we can have a fair test between all of these. And then as well we have our DeWalt buffer. So guys, we're gonna tape off 3 sections. We're gonna start with 3M, we're gonna move to Presta, and then we're gonna move to Starke Level R, and we're gonna figure out today which one is the best. So you guys can see that we have 3 even sections. Now we have 3 applicators, 1 for each compound. So let's get started on the 3M right now. Now we're gonna be running the buffer at 1200 RPMs to start to really work in the compound. And then we're gonna finish out at 1500. And guys, we're gonna see which one removes the most oxidation. So let's get started, let's get to it. Alright guys, so we're done with the 3M. I just buffed everything on there, and it actually looks pretty good. I'm gonna wipe it down right now, and it looks much better. It does, it looks much better than over here. So 3M has always been a good product in the past, and I've always relied on 3M for a lot of things. So that is always my go-to, but we're really gonna find out today because I have not done a comparison of them all 3 right next to each other. So today we're really gonna find out who's the winner. And just like that, 3M is done. Let's go ahead, let's take off the pad, and let's get a new pad on here, and we're gonna get the compound on, and we're gonna start our second round for Presta. Pad is on, let's get our applicator, and let's go. Presta Cut is finished, and again, this one leaves a pretty good shine as well. So we'll dig deeper and we'll get more focus and pinpoint exactly what we like and what we don't like about each of these products. So for now, you saw what it looks like. It looks pretty good. Let's move on to our last one, which is the Level R from Starke. So let's go. Switching pads for our last one, and we're gonna get our new applicator. New applicator, and onto the Level R. So guys, I am using a Buff and Shine heavy cut wool pad. That's what I've been using for this tutorial. That's what I use sometimes in our detailing. I also use 3M. The biggest thing for me is just the price difference. 3M's more expensive, Buff and Shine's about half the price. Now, which one's better? Well, 3M's a little bit better actually. But for the price, you can't beat it. And I'd rather have a better finishing pad than a cutting pad. So I'm gonna put more money into my finishing and polishing pads than I am to my first step heavy cut compound, because it's not gonna be as important as some of your other steps. So that's what I use, that's what I do, that's what works best for us in the business. But let's get this Level R on the boat and let's get it buffed off so that we can figure out which one is the best. Wow guys, I am actually shocked by the results that I'm seeing. I have only used Presta a few times. I've always used 3M heavy cut, and this is the first time trying Starke. Now guys, I'm not gonna say anything before we get into the end, but guys, I am super surprised. I thought this was gonna be super close, but it's actually pretty easy to tell which one's the best and which one's the worst. So guys, now for the great reveal, let's go. Now, after seeing the footage, you guys have probably formulated your own opinions on what you think is the best and what you think is the worst. If you saw the footage good enough. I don't know if the camera was good enough to be able to tell, but it is pretty straightforward, guys. But before I reveal what's the best, what's the worst, let's go ahead, let's feel the grits of each of these compounds, and let's see which one feels the most grittiest and which one feels the less grittiest. Now, from a 3M standpoint, I have worked with 3M a lot, and basically the grits in these compounds, when you're running the buffer, these grits break down slowly, and that's what takes off the oxidation and leaves that shine. So every compound's a little different. Just because the grit's bigger does not mean it's better. You want it to work good, you want it to be a quality grit. So these 3M products, you know, this one's, it's mildly gritty, it's not like ridiculous, it's not the most amount of grit I've seen in a compound, but it has a good amount, and it also has a, you know, a good amount of polish too, which really leaves a nice finish. Now onto the Presta one. Like I said, I've used Presta only a couple times. This one is super gritty, the grittiest compound that I've actually ever used. Very big grits. It breaks down pretty well. But let's go ahead, let's move on to our last one. Let's move on to Level R. So Level R, the grit. Yeah, this one's another one of those that isn't super gritty. It's kind of comparable to 3M. It actually might be I think this one's the least grittiest. So we have Presta has the biggest grits in the compound. 3M is second, and Level R is third. Now this is actually gonna be crazy, so let's reveal which one is the best. So after looking at all of these, and remember we have 3M, Presta in Level R, and number 3 is gonna be Presta. So what I noticed about Presta, it left a lot of smudges. It left like a dull finish. It didn't take out all the oxidation. You can tell looking at it in the light, you can see that it didn't. And compared to the other two, this was for sure the least favorite of mine. You could tell straight up that it's just not the best. Yeah, you know, it's a heavy cutting compound. Maybe those grits are too thick, so maybe it doesn't leave a good finish. Maybe that is why. But again, I've always known 3M has been a little better. That's why I've always kind of swayed towards that one. But that is Presta for you guys. Now let's move into number 2. So between 3M and Level R, at number 2, I have 3M. So 3M, it didn't have all those smudges that this one had, but it still had a little bit of oxidation. It didn't leave that pure shine that Level R left. Now, like I said, guys, I am shocked that Level R was so good. If you look at the footage, you can see just the clearness. You can see the mirror image that it displays off of the Level R versus these others too. It takes all the oxidation out and it leaves a brilliant shine. And honestly, it's almost perfect. It's honestly unbelievable. I am shocked. I thought 3M was gonna win, but Level R definitely turns out to be the best. And like I said, it's pretty clear cut as day. Number 3, number 2, number 1. So guys, if you're gonna use a heavy cut compound, if you don't want to wet sand, or if you think you're at that point where, hey, should I wet sand? Should I use a heavy cut compound? Go with Level R, go with Starke. What an amazing product, guys. I will be reviewing their other products here soon. And again, I'm gonna compare them to the 3M line, the Presta line, and other marine brands out there so you guys can get the best for your boat. This one leaves almost a perfect finish. It leaves, you know, it combines a polish, a compound, everything into one. And wow, I am shocked. So guys, that is the product review video. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, make sure to subscribe, make sure you hit the bell notification so that each and every week when I release a video, you will get notified, guys. And I will see you on the next video.